Are you a lover of the good old mac and cheese but are a bit tired of doing the same old recipe? Fear not, because today I'm showing you a different take on the OG recipe involving creamy butternut squash and savory cheese. Hello everyone and welcome to Cozymeal Studios. Today we'll be making butternut squash mac and cheese. Creamy and delicious. You ready to make these your new must-have of the week? But as always, before we begin, please hit like, subscribe, and tap on that notification bell. And now, let's get cooking. Because this recipe has a lot of ingredients, let's first measure and prepare all of them so that we cook more efficiently. Then let's preheat our oven to 375 degrees. Now, once we have everything set on the table, let's prepare our butternut squash puree by first lining a sheet pan with aluminum foil, then adding 3 cups of cubed butternut squash on top of the sheet pan, along with 2 tablespoons of olive oil and salt and pepper to taste. Make sure to mix it all well until the butternut squash is all evenly coated. Let's then roast it in our oven until it is all tender and nicely caramelized, which should take around 25 to 30 minutes. Be sure to take it out halfway through to mix it all up, then place it on the oven once again. Instead of butternut squash, you may also use other varieties of squashes such as honey nut and kabocha, which work amazingly here as well. Now, while our butternut squash is roasting, let's prepare our brown butter breadcrumbs. And to do this, place 2.5 cups of crustless bread in a mixing bowl and add inside a saucepan 4 tablespoons of salted butter. Melt the butter over medium heat and continue to stir it until brown speckles start forming, which should be leaving a nutty aroma. Beautiful smell. Then transfer that brown butter to the mixing bowl and toss the bread until evenly coated. Now let's set that aside and grab our butternut squash once it's done roasting. Grab a large bowl and transfer our roasted butternut squash to it. Then add 3/4 cups of whole milk and puree everything until smooth using a hand blender. Let's then put that aside. Don't turn off the oven just yet, because we'll be using it again with the same temperature later in our meal. Now let's bring a large pot of salted water to a boil, and while we are waiting, let's prepare our cheese sauce. For this, let's grab a large saucepan and melt 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter over medium heat. Once it's melted, add 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour and whisk it until a paste forms and a nutty aroma appears, which should take about 1 minute. Then let's slowly pour 24 ounces of evaporated milk while continuously whisking our mixture. Once all the evaporated milk has been nicely incorporated, let's add 2 cups of grated sharp white cheddar cheese and 1 cup of grated Gruyere cheese. Whisk it all well until the cheese has been melted. Then pour the butternut squash puree into the same large saucepan, along with 1/4 teaspoon of freshly grated nutmeg, 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of ground black pepper, and salt to taste. Then stir it all up thoroughly until all the spices are well incorporated. Let's now add 1 pound of dry macaroni to our boiling water and boil it until it's halfway cooked, which should be around 2 minutes before al dente. Undercooking the pasta, make sure that we don't overcook it when we bake it later. Let's then drain it and add to our butternut squash cheese sauce. Stir it until well combined and transfer everything to a greased 9x13 casserole dish. Then top with the brown butter breadcrumbs and bake it at the same 375 degrees for about 30 minutes. Once the time is done, take it out of the oven, sprinkle some finely chopped parsley on top, then serve warm and enjoy. For more delicious recipes just like this one, be sure to check the description box below or simply head to our website at cozymeal.com/recipes. You will certainly find more incredible meals just like this one. If you have not already, please leave a beautiful like on this video and share this recipe with all your friend group. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in our next video recipe.